And what is good in your hood, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of Diverse Comics and Pop. And I'm your host, Raymond Leonard, and I create comic books, Violent Bird, Agent Solo, and Gatron. All three of my books have been successfully funded on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. And today we have another special continued episode of the Rob Liefeld 90s Explosion with Youngblood Part 2. Before we get into that, I'm going to need you to click that like button, hit the subscribe, click that bell to get notifications when I go live or when I post new videos. All right? And we almost, we hit 6K. We're on our way to 7K, baby. Let's go, y'all. We could get to that 7K. The ultimate goal, 10K. All right? Before I even get started real quick, I got to give a shout out to AKA Pat, because he said you got to have a Batmobile. It's not a Hot Wheel, though. This is a die-cast Batmobile with the little mini a Batman with it. As you can see, the little cutout dogma to go in the background with it. Also, he said, you got to have a crypt. I have one, but he's in the box with all the weapons. So, AKA Pat, I'm with you. I'm with you. I hope you see this video. Just letting you know, you're right. I got this crypt, and I have a Batmobile. The TV Batmobile with the mini Batman. See him? So, just wanted to, hey, I had to do that. Because he always does that in his videos. He always said you got to have a Batmobile and a crypt figure. And I just let him know I got it. All right. So we was continuing in our first video of the whole Rob Liefeld image and Youngblood explosion. That first video got 92 reviews. You guys liked it, 11 likes. Oh man, thank you so much. And you guys want the second continue to that. I said, well, let me do it before Thanksgiving hit this Thursday. I'll be with family and stuff. So I said, let me go ahead and do this second video, man. I gotta give y'all what y'all wanted. So I'm finna give it to you, baby. So let's jump into that second continuing. I got it here. Wait, that's crazy. I can't, or there it is. I'm like, man, I got the damn pencil right there where I left off at. So, we're going to jump right to this continuing, man. And we're going to jump into Rob is explaining about his audience, about Youngblood and everything. So let's just go into it. Okay, so he's saying, this is Rob talking. My target audience enjoys what I do. I'll be frank with you. When I go back and look at stuff that turned me on when I was a kid, it doesn't always stand the test of time. The fact that it doesn't do anything for me now that I'm 24, he's 24 at the time. Wow. He's 50 now. Man, this is with no classic magazines for real, man. He was 24 when he did this. Doesn't bother me at all because I know that it gave me bigger thrill when I was 10 or 12. My target audience is certain age group. Marvel Comics has known its target audience for 30 years. They don't pander to a more intellectual crowd. They pander towards a younger age group. Oh man, this is another historical saying because right now Marvel Comics is not pandering to its real hardcore fans. It's pandering to people who are not fans of comics, and it's just a real mess right now. But let's get back to it. Just because I do it as an individual creator, I take it on the chin. I am very fortunate that with stuff that I like to do has hit a chart with people I'm aiming for. I couldn't ask for anything more. I'm not going to change just because some small band of critics wants me to change. And man, till this day, he's still doing that, man. Rob has not changed. He's still giving us what we want, that we wish that Marvel and DC still would do, but he's the only one pretty much doing that. Let's be real, all right? Okay, so Inside Comics asks him, I know this probably getting old, but let's talk about the Levi's commercial. I recently read an editorial which suggested you got into comics to do clothing commercials. A lot of people seem to have profound problem with the 501 commercial. Wildlife responds, okay, this is it. This is my last word on the Levi's commercial. When I was a kid, and I hate to keep returning to that, but hey, folks, it wasn't too long ago that I was a kid. I loved all those guys that I kept referring to. George Perez, John Byrne, Frank Miller. What always ticked me off though was A, I didn't know what they looked like. B, I didn't know where they lived. C, they got no respect. Comics were Rodney Dangerfield of the publication industry. Nowadays, comics, for whatever reason, and I believe there's billion of them, have caught on with the media. They're not so underground anymore. A new generation has embraced comics with a lot of excitement and enthusiasm. The thing is, when I was a kid, if John Brown or George Perez had gone on TV, that would have killed me. I remember when I was in junior high, the local TV station did a thing on comics. They talked about comic book stories, the collecting of comic books, and it just killed me. Getting back to commercials, I was familiar with that Levi's campaign. There was a similar ad. Continue. Campaign. The year before that was clever. They had a guy who talked backwards. There were a guy who milked a cow, a kid who played street drums, and I thought they were cool commercials. They were going into a second year of it, and the theme was unusual jobs. I think comic book artists falls under unusual jobs. There aren't as many comic book artists as there were, say, lawyers. You don't meet one every day, so I had unusual job. Next, I wear 501s. There were two of the things they wanted. Basically, I made a phone call. Everybody else had the exact same opportunity. It could have been Eric Larson. It could have been Todd McFarlane. It could have been John Brown. Or it could have been George Perez. Hey, it wouldn't have been awesome to see any of those guys on TV every day. Wow. So there you have it. Any one of these artists he just named all had the same contact in doing this 501 commercial. All of them passed on it. Rob the one that took it because, hey, shit, it's 501 Levi's, man. What your artist not going to take the opportunity? With Spike Lee? Come on. So therefore, just to show you how Rob was Generation X. For real, this dude was the real deal. He didn't pass that deal up. And I would have took it too. Levi's, talking to Spike Lee, drawing my characters I love. Oh, man, come on, man. Come on. Wow. So we just learned something new right here. So anyway, they called me back and said they were interested. The first thing I asked was, hey, didn't any other cartoonists call you? When they told me no, I couldn't believe it. When they came to my studio, they took some video of me. They said I was one of a few finalists. It was more or less a contest. I didn't call anyone and say, I'm Rob Liefeld, and I give you $1,000 to give me on TV. People need to realize I had excitement about comics like few other things in life. When I see kids get excited about comics, whether they're collecting comics, whether they're reading the comics, that jazzes me That commercial was a vehicle to get comics on TV every day. This is for that kid out there who read comics and watches MTV every day. I I thought it would be a big surprise, my hobby on TV. I'm not saying I'm pioneering the media revolution of comics, but when I was a kid, I have loved to see a comics creator period on TV. All of those people who had a problem with it, who kept saying it would have been John Byrne, it would have made the call. As far as the commercial is concerned, it was a blast. I took plenty of pictures that day, not only of Spike Lee, but of the sound technician, the lightning guy, the PAs, and the best part was Spike Lee is a comic book fan. And as you can see, this is Centeno. Centeno, one of the Youngbloods away team members, leaps into action with that kind of haircut. You know it works for CIA. Yep, that was the famous high top fade, man. I had one, you know what I'm saying? As a young black man, I had one. It was an in thing. It's still an in thing. You know, the high top fade will never go away. I don't care what no one say. High top fade forever, baby. Okay, let's get back to this. The integrity enough. Dennis Cohen did a print ad for some brand of alcohol, Liefeld, and no one said anything. When I saw that ad, I thought it was cool. Let's get more cartoonists out there. If I saw Todd doing a Dockers commercial, it would have been great. I laugh. If Jim Lee did a commercial, cool. There should have been more cartoonists out there. I guess there were. I guess they were all great. Laugh. Wait. Cool. There should have been more cartoons out there. I guess there are some guys who want cartoonists to always live in a cave. I think the more exposure comics get as a medium, then the better it is for comics. I agree with that. Until this day, man, comics should get more exposure, man. It's just, man, how the industry is going now. And I just wanted to say it's going because Marvel DC just putting out bad books. Independent creators like me, we doing the damn thing. People are buying comics, trust me. Don't get it twisted. But just like it's the industry what's going now with Marvel DC, it just ain't it, y'all. Okay, Inside Comics asks, there were some comments made as a result of the Image Comics press release, in which Eric Larson used the term holding back in reference to original creations. Oh, buddy, it's finna get juicy, y'all. Let's get to it. Rod Liefeld replies, let me just say this. I create stuff mainly out of enthusiasm, but also out of guilt. Why guilt? I don't want to mess with somebody else's characters, which I can agree. I've said this time and time again, and my track record speaks for itself. I would rather screw up my own guys than somebody else's guys. I don't care if I'm the fifth person in line to handle these characters. If I'm the fifth person in line to handle these characters, if these characters been screwed up 4 times before, I'd rather screw up my own guy. I think I've created something like 30 characters for Marvel, Cable, Shatterstar, Domino, for MLF. The MLF stands for Mutant Liberation Front, and all its members. Straff, Deadpool. When I worked for DC, I created stuff for them. If you look at, I consider Rod Liefeld a modern Jack Kirby. Dude has created so many damn characters, I can't even keep up. I lost track, but I know it's a Rod Liefeld character when I see it. As far as holding back, what Eric meant was there were creations of this that we weren't going to see at Marvel. But Dragon was too important for him to give to Marvel Comics because giving him to Marvel meant giving up the rights he had to the characters. He had to the character. We knew this going in the door is not is not some deep, dark secret. We all knew this. I created the stuff I did for fun. I'm not angry about it. It doesn't bother me at all that I don't own cable. If a cable movie comes out and it does gangbusters, I know I created him, and that's all that really matters. Boom, boom. Y'all heard that from himself. This man, he spoke this into existence, man. This is pretty. This is Back to the Future, and hearing him say this. And now look at we had got Cable in Deadpool 2, which is gonna be back in Deadpool 3. I mean, wow. I mean, he spoke this into existence. If that ain't gangster, I don't know what is. Okay, let's get back. I do want to be credited with the fact that credited with the fact that I do want to be credited with the fact that him, I don't want to own him. I want to own Youngblood. And I do own Youngblood. Now, okay, I don't know if y'all didn't really know what the problem went on with Youngblood and Rob. It was a bad deal that happened. Something about the guy he trusted with the Youngblood franchise turned around and sold it behind his back. Now, when people buy IPs, you only gonna have it for so long. So hopefully he can be able to get his creations back with Youngblood, man. Because man, that was devastating to find out that happened to him. It's not a good feeling when a creator loses his creations. It's the most hard feeling ever. And the guy who he lost it to is a prick, like straight up. And he's an old prick, and he ain't doing shit with the IPs at all. Youngblood, he's not doing it. He tried to get artists to draw this whack ass story, and it failed. After that, you don't really hear nothing from this guy. And that's what I'm hoping. I hope down the line Rob was able to get his creations back. Because right now it's in the wrong hand. It's in the wrong hands of an idiot. All right, just plain and simple. The guy ain't got nothing going. He can't get nothing going. Plus, Rob will not consist on it. And if the creator ain't consistent on it, guess what? I ain't consistent on it. I ain't buying that shit. But ain't nothing coming out because dude ain't got no juice. See what I'm saying? So he just sitting on the IP, ain't doing shit with it because nobody ain't not drawing the draw for him because he screwed a lot of artists over not paying them. So you already know where that's going. So anyway, let's get back to the last of this. So as far as holding back goes, I would never have given Youngblood to Marvel. I was going to put Cougar in New Mutants scripter. Wow, I didn't know that. Well, he's gonna put hold on. I was going to put Cougar into New Mutants early on, but Louise Simonson, former New Mutant scripter, was going to do something completely off beaten path from what I've talked about. Thank God he kept Cougar, man, and kept him in Youngblood. Didn't give him to Marvel, but I did see a unused cover of Cougar on the front of that New Mutants. It was unused because he didn't give him up. Which thank God. I'm already seeing her do that with intentional appearance of Cable, so I wasn't going to let it happen again. Yes, I held back. And this is the problem he did have with Louise Simpson. He wasn't agreeing with the whole Cable writing how she wrote Cable and stuff. He just wasn't agreeing with it. And that's what happens, when you create a character and you got to share it along with someone else within a corporate company. That would just get on you, man. That would eat you up. This is why I create all my characters 1%, create them. I do not allow a writer to just create something out the blue. No, you're gonna write what I created. That's what y'all gotta start doing that. It's the best way, trust me. Don't want that creation in New Mutants. But did I give 100% to all the other stuff? Yes. And as far as my track record goes, my creations have earned Marvel a lot of money. Yes, it did. So if I'm a slacker, I'm definitely the kind of slacker who want on your payroll. Who you want on your payroll? Laughs. You got that right, Rob. But I'm a slacker, but I bet I'm that type of slacker you want on the payroll. You got that right. So Inside Comes to ask Rob, Are there any other are there any creators on the Image roster you're particularly anxious to collaborate with? Rod responds, sure. Take Jim Valentino and look at what he's doing with Shadowhawk. None of my characters are like that. Uh, Conceptually speaking, I think as well. I think it will be real interesting to see how Shadowhawk and Youngblood cross over, which they did because he did a Shadowhawk Frank Miller style special, and he also included Shadowhawk in one. It was like a extreme crossover. I can't think of the name right now, but they did collaborate. He also did some covers for Shadowhawk. Cyberforce really excites me. I never seen Mark Silvestri create before, and it's unbelievable. He's actually given me the biggest rush. I'm like, wow, Mark, don't stop there. Don't stop here. Uh, man, I lost track. What the hell? Bear with me, y'all. I do not have my glasses on today. Okay, here, I'm sorry. Here we go, right here. I've never seen Mark Silvestri create before, and he's unbelievable. He's actually giving me a biggest rush. I'm like, wow, Mark, don't stop here. This guy's head is just exploding. I've always enjoyed Todd's stuff. Eric's a real dynamo. He just miles down the page. Chris Claremont got something along called The Huntsman, which The Huntsman was part of this. I got it right here. The Huntsman. And his Wildcats, I think he's featuring Wildcats 9 through issue 10, I believe. Yep, but that's The Huntsman. I'll be doing a video on this book as well, guys. But yep, that's what he's talking about. Okay, so let's get back to what he was saying. I've always been a Chris Claremont fan. I brought things just because they're written by him. Merada, but she will comes to mind. Inside Comics asks, for you, what's the most rewarding part of doing comics? Raw Life responds, being able to create. My first experience is comics was with an editor who was very apprehensive about accepting ideas from a newcomer. One of the opposite side of that, Bob Harris just really let my imaginations run wild. And that's been the most rewarding thing. Having the opportunity to create Cable and Deadpool and Dynamo, that's been tremendously gratifying. I find it's made the work a lot easier. Really, just working in comics has been a reward in itself. I love this medium. Inside Comics replies back, what does the future hold for Image Comics Press? Rob Liefeld responds back, I see a lot of exciting things. I see a lot of surprises. Right now, I think a lot of people think that all our egos get out of line, which it did because he ended up pulling out of Image Comics, and there was a big ass fight with him and Todd during that period. I never forget that. It was bad blood, man. It was bad, but flash forward, they became back friends and they let him back in Image, but it was just wow. It was really sad though how they broke up that relationship, and because Rob and Jim decided to go to Marvel and do the whole Heroes Reborn, and that was just a big spill out right there. Then the whole Maximum Press thing, that was a big spill out. And if you go back into the time, it all plays out. You'll see it, So, he said a lot of things in Image. I think a lot of people think that our egos are out of line, and when in fact all we wanted was a little change in our jobs. This hasn't been an ego thing at all. This is a lot of fun. We're the underdogs all over again. People think everyone's going to forget about us now that we're no longer associated with Spider-Man or X-Men or Wolverine. well, he's back to Marvel now, so he's drawing Wolverine, he's drawing Deadpool. He got a new cable series coming out. I mean, Rob's still doing Marvel stuff, but not Todd. Todd is doing Image stuff and DC stuff. Man, you see all them DC toys Todd pushing out? Man, it's hard to catch up now. He pretty much done did the whole entire DC toy line, universe. And I'll be the first one to tell you that that may well happen. Do I realize that I've done a chance I'm talking? Certainly. I feel better now when I've felt in a long time. I think there are going to be a lot of surprises. I think the stories are going to surprise people. The characters are going to surprise them. People characters are going to surprise them. But people characters are going to surprise them. People with characters are going to surprise them. Hopefully, we'll just keep having a good time. This is the most fun I've had in years. And there you have it. Those were the words coming out of Liefeld. And I'm going to do more videos in this book, man, because there's a lot of history in this book. You got Mark Bragley here takes us behind the scene panels of Spider-Man 364, which was a hit. So, yeah, we're going to look more in this video, man. Youngblood was a real big book. It was a big thing back then, you know. We got to see a lot of that Youngblood stuff, and, you know, some people didn't like it, some did, but I know I loved it. I enjoyed every bit of it. So, yeah, more videos coming, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. And, like I said, like the videos, guys. We got to get those likes up, guys. Like the videos. The more you like the videos, that means diverse comments will be seen across YouTube. But we got to get it there. We have to, like, seriously get the channel up there, all right? So like the videos, comment, and share them as well, guys. Share the video. And please like and share them. Like all the videos, because we're going to get to that 10K. We're going to get to 7K right now, but we're going to get to that 10K, all right? Y'all have a blessed Thanksgiving. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, guys. Enjoy your Thanksgiving with your family. If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I understand, all right? But then just enjoy the holiday. Enjoy life, man. Be around your relatives because we all don't live forever. You never know when someone's times go. So just spend that time with them because you never know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have a blessed holiday. Y'all be safe out there. Take care. Talk to you in another video. Random out.